Just like judge.
You suck it up. Go back and think about it.
Yeah, that's what she told me, Judge.
You're dead.
They recorded you, Cynthia.
Recriminate me like a
Mhm.
judge.
It's the YouTube channel.
Oh.
Okay. Epi's not here yet, right?
No.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Okay. Hello.
Sorry, I got muted. I didn't know.
Hello. I can't hear you.
Hello? Hello?
Okay, are you able to hear me?
Yes. Can you hear me? Let me turn this on.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Do you want my camera on? Or do we have it on?
Okay, good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. If y'all can please have your phones or devices on mute at this time. We're going to be starting shortly. Thank you.
Hello. Go ahead and work this.
Good morning. My name is Tony Gonzalez. I'm the judge of the Robstown Municipal Court. Today's date is November 6, 2024. The time is approximately 9:05 a.m. And we are on the record. I want to thank everyone for being here today. A whole lot more people were summoned to show up today. They didn't show up, but you folks did, and I appreciate that. We are here today on the pretrial docket, which means that you've already entered in a plea of not guilty. You've requested a trial either before the court or before a jury. And now we're at the pretrial portion of the case, where you're going to have an opportunity to speak with the state prosecutor regarding your case if you so choose. If you have any pre-filed pretrial motions, I will also take those up at this time. So the way this is going to work here in a minute, I'm going to call the docket. When you hear your name called, I ask that you please unmute your microphone. I'm going to ask whether you want to meet with the prosecutor, and if you want to, then I'm going to ask you to wait patiently until I recall your case and put you in a breakout room to speak to the prosecutor. Okay. Now you have the ability to change your plea at any time. So if you don't want to speak to the prosecutor, or if you speak to the prosecutor and you don't like what the prosecutor is offering, you also have the ability to change your plea from not guilty to either no contest or to guilty and go open to the court. When you go open to the court, what that means is that you come before the judge, you change your plea, and then the judge, which I will decide what your punishment's going to be. But know this: if you don't like what the prosecutor's offering, and then you come before the judge and do an open plea, and you don't like what I offer, and then you want to go back to what the prosecutor offered, you can't do that. You can't unring that bell. Okay. So that being said, are there any questions before I call the docket? All right. And once again, I just ask that you keep your devices on mute until your case is called. That way we eliminate any background noise. All right, court calls cause number 24070000441, State of Texas versus Nelson Andrade.
Here, Your Honor.
Mr. Andrade,
Yes, Your Honor.
please raise your right hand. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you can put your hand down. You are Nelson Andrade?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Andrade, you've entered in a plea of not guilty. Do you wish to speak to the prosecutor at this time?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, if you'll put your device back on mute, and I will put you in a breakout room here shortly.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Court calls cause number 23090000452 and 24010000244, State of Texas versus Michaela Bowers. Michaela Bowers. Michaela Bowers. Court calls cause number 24070000697 and 24070000698, State of Texas versus Juan de Luz Carpinterio.
Here, sir.
Yes, sir. Please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can put your hand down. You are Juan de Luz Carpinterio?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Carpinterio, do you wish to speak to the prosecutor today?
Yes, sir.
All right, he'll be with you shortly. If you can please mute your device.
Yes, sir.
Court calls cause number 24070000982, State of Texas versus Diana Garza. Diana Garza. Diana Garza.
Judge, she is actually in the lobby. She'll be seeing Mr. Isasi at the very end.
All right, thank you. Court calls cause number 24070010009, State of Texas versus Margarita Garza. I see you, Ms. Garza. You just need to unmute your device.
Okay.
Okay, let me go ahead and change the name on your device. All right, Ms. Garza, can you please raise your right hand? You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you are Margarita Garza?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Garza, you entered in a plea of not guilty. Do you wish to speak to the prosecutor at this time?
Yes, sir.
All right, if you can mute your device, he'll be with you shortly. Court calls cause number 24050000448 and 24050000449, State of Texas versus Mateo Garza. Mateo Garza. Mateo Garza. Mr. Isasi, I believe there's a note on the docket if you want to look at that at some point. Court calls cause number 241000081, State of Texas versus Dante Hospitalis. Dante Hospitalis.
I'm here on that case, Your Honor. I'm his attorney.
Okay, perfect. And that's Ms. McMahon?
Yes.
All right, Ms. McMahon, I will put you in a breakout room here shortly with Mr. Isasi.
Okay.
Court calls cause number 241000029, State of Texas versus Talia Lewis. Talia Lewis.
By counsel, Your Honor, Todd Tkach.
Good morning.
Mr. Tkach?
Yes,
Okay, Mr. Isasi will be with you shortly.
thank you.
Court calls cause number 24070000710, State of Texas versus Juvali Rodriguez.
I'm here. Yes, sir.
All right. Can you please raise your right hand? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you are Juvali Rodriguez?
Yes.
Mr. Rodriguez, do you wish to speak to the prosecutor today?
Yes, sir.
Okay, he'll be with you shortly if you can mute your device. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Court calls cause number 241-00-00048, State of Texas versus Audrey Salinas. Audrey Salinas.
I'm right here.
Ms. Salinas, can you please raise your right hand?
Did it unmute?
Can you hear me, Ms. Salinas?
Yes,
Do you
sir.
do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I can hear you.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay, you can put your hand down. You are
I
Audrey
do.
Salinas? You are Audrey Salinas?
I am.
Okay, Ms. Salinas, do you speak?
Yes, sir.
Do you wish to speak to the prosecutor today?
Yes.
Okay, he'll be with you shortly. Court calls cause number 24070000950, State of Texas versus Jose Velasquez. Jose Velasquez.
Right here, Your Honor.
Mr. Velasquez, please raise your right hand. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can put your hand down. You are Jose Velasquez?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Velasquez, do you wish to speak to the prosecutor today?
Yes, sir.
Okay, he'll be with you shortly.
Thank you.
Court calls cause number 24070000979, State of Texas versus Jade Rodriguez. Jade Rodriguez. Jade Rodriguez. Okay, that's a minor, correct, Crystal? She'll be here later on?
She's for pretrial judge, she pled not guilty, but she should be on already with her parent.
Yeah, I don't see her. All right, that's fine. Is there anybody's name I did not call? Okay, is it Mr. Harp?
Yes, sir. Harper, Harper.
Okay,
I've been
okay.
advised of a reset.
Oh, Mr. Harper, I see that you're with, you're being represented by Mr. Perkins.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he filed a motion for continuance and we granted that motion.
Yes, sir.
So you are excused.
Okay, sir. Permission to leave your court?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
sir.
And let me see here. Mr. Velasquez,
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry, Carlos Velasquez.
Yes, Your Honor.
I do not see you on my docket. Crystal, do we have a Mr. Carlos Velasquez?
Give me 1 second, Judge.
Mr. Sassi, I'm gonna go ahead and start. I'm gonna put you with the lawyers first. We'll go with Miss McMahon.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So you'll be the last one, you'll read them.
Okay, well, I can arraign him while we're waiting for, if you can bring me his jacket.
Okay, I'm good.
Okay. All right, Mr. Velasquez, my understanding is that you're here on your initial appearance. So they're grabbing your file so I can go ahead and arraign you.
Okay.
Is that like this in person? He's another ring.
Well, you know what? Go ahead and bring him in so you can, he can listen to what I have to say. Okay, Mr. Velasquez, can you please raise your right hand? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you can put your hand down. Let me go ahead and call the case. Court calls number 241-000-0276 and 241-000-0277, State of Texas versus Carlos Julian Velasquez. Mr. Velasquez, you are here on 2 counts. The first being failure to control. Sir, if you can please have a seat, I'll be with you shortly. The first being failure to control speed, and the second being failure to maintain financial responsibility. These are alleged to have occurred on or about October 28, 2024 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas. Are you aware of these charges?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you understand them?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Velasquez, before I go any further, there's some things I need to let you know. The cases that are heard out of this court are Class C misdemeanors. Fines normally do not exceed $500. You have the right to have a jury determine your guilt or innocence. You can waive your right to a trial by jury, and you can have a trial before the court, which is me. You have the right to have an attorney represent you. If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will not be appointed to you because there is no chance of jail time in these cases. But an attorney can help you understand the law, can help you understand procedure, and can help you make decisions regarding your case. If you choose to go forward without a lawyer, I have no choice but to hold you to the same standards as if you were an attorney. You also have the Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. You do not have to testify in your case against yourself. It's the state's burden to prove their case against you beyond a reasonable doubt. As you sit there today, you are innocent until proven guilty. Do you understand these rights?
Yes, I do.
Some other things I need to let you know. There are consequences beyond this courtroom. For instance, on a violation of not having insurance, not only could you be subject to fines and court costs from this court, but you could be subject to surcharges from the state of Texas. I strongly suggest that you consult an attorney if you have any questions, whether your particular charges have any consequences beyond this courtroom. If you are not a United States citizen, a plea of guilty or no contest could affect your status in the United States. If you find yourself in this situation, I strongly suggest you consult an attorney. Finally, if I order a fine and court cost and you are unable to meet that financial obligation, there are alternative means to payment. There is a document that you can request from the court clerks. You fill it out, and if you qualify, if I find that you are indigent under the law, there's a number of things I can do, from placing you on community service in lieu of fine and cost to having an extended payment plan or a combination of both those things. So if you find yourself in this situation, please let us know and we'll supply you with the proper documentation. All right. That being said, Mr. Velasquez, the way this is going to work, I'm going to once again read what you're being charged with. I'm going to ask you, how do you plead? You're going to have 3 choices. You can plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest. A plea of guilty and a plea of no contest are basically the same thing, and then I'm going to find you guilty and move on to the punishment portion of the case. The difference is that when you plead no contest, what you're telling the court is that you're not saying you did it, you're not saying you didn't do it, you're just not contesting the matter. But what you're also telling the court is that there is enough evidence before the court at this time to substantiate a finding of guilt. Okay. If you plead not guilty, then your case will be set for a pretrial, which you will be given notice, and you will appear in this same format on Zoom at the pretrial hearing, where you'll have an opportunity to speak to the prosecutor. Any questions, Mr. Velasquez?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
I emailed your department proof of insurance yesterday.
Crystal?
Judge, it's on the file. He did have insurance.
Okay. All right, then we'll go forward just on the failure to control speed. All right, Mr. Velasquez, as to the charge of failing to control speed on or about October 28, 2024 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas, As to that charge, how do you plead?
No contest.
Court will accept your plea of no contest. Going to assess a fine of $195.90. Court cost of $150 for a total of $345.90. I'm going to place you on, well, let me ask you this, Mr. Velasquez, when can you pay this?
Today.
Okay, then I'm going to place you on 30 days deferred disposition.
Judge,
Yes,
he's a CDL driver.
CDL. Well, Mr. Velasquez, sorry about that. Because of the CDL violation, I'm limited in what I can do. Basically, it'll be a fine of $195.90, cost of $150. And if you pay it today, that'll be it, Mr. Velasquez.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. If you need to get, if you're out of town, make sure you call the court and talk to the clerks about getting the documentation. If you're in the area and you want to come by, just make sure you come by before 5 o'clock today or no later than tomorrow.
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. I am out of town, but I'll try to make it today or not tomorrow.
All right, thank you, sir. You are excused.
Thank you.
Mr. Isasi, you have an announcement?
Yes, sir. On Mr. Hospitales, I've made an offer to Ms. McMahon, and she's going to relay that to her client. But in the meantime, we'd like to reset it for another pretrial in 30 days. And if she's able to get with her client before then and they accept it, they'll call the court and we won't need that to come back in 30 days.
Ms. McMahon, is that your understanding?
Yes.
All right, then we will reset the case. I can't say it's going to be for 30 days, but you will receive notice.
Okay, great. Thank you very
All right,
much.
thank you. All right, Mr. Isasi, I'm next going to put you with Mr. Takash in a breakout room.
Yes, sir.
What's she say?
She said it's we were putting in the same office so that we know.
30 days today?
And she said that once we send it, like a letter of agreement and the plan, and we'll check out the building. So she said definitely.
Who's this? We have all these people that are coming into.
These are 1:30.
Oh.
These two are 1:30, so they're the afternoon. It was just him online and this one in person at 9 in the morning, so.
Okay. All right, Mr. Molina, you want to come forward? Court calls cause number 241-0000-202, State of Texas versus Manuel Molina. If you can back up, Mr. Molina, I need you over there by that microphone so that we can take you down when on the recording system. Yeah, right there, that one right at that table. Yes, sir. All right, can you please raise your right hand? You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God. Okay, you can put your hand down. You are Manuel Molina? Mr. Molina, you are here on a violation of open container alleged to have occurred on or about October 22nd, 2024 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas. Are you aware of that charge? And do you understand it? Okay. Now, Mr. Molina, you heard me when I was talking to the other individual regarding certain rights that you have regarding the court. You heard all that, correct? And do you have any questions regarding any of that? Okay. All right, Mr. Molina. That being said, as to the charge of open container alleged to have occurred on October 22nd, 2024 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas, as to that charge, how do you plead? Okay, the court will accept your plea of guilty. Yes, sir. You understand, it's just, we can't do that, right? Okay. No, I got you, Mr. Molina. All right, Mr. Molina, I'm gonna place you on what's called deferred disposition, right? So if you do what I ask you to do and you pay what I ask you to pay in the time I ask you to do it, and you don't get any other violations, it'll get dismissed, okay? It's gonna be for 90 days. Don't get any trouble for 90 days. It's gonna be a fine of $209.90, court costs of $76, for a total of $285.90. By when can you pay that off, Mr. Molina?
I'll make a, it's gonna be my money order or pay your check, right?
It cannot be cash.
I'll pay it, this week for sure.
Okay, and that, because you're gonna pay it this week, then I'll put you on 30 days, okay?
Yeah. No, I'll make the money order this afternoon and probably
Okay.
get it in tomorrow.
Okay, Mr. Molina, then, just make sure you go to the front windows and they'll take care of you, okay?
Okay.
Thank you, sir. All right, Mr. Isasi, you have an announcement?
Yes, sir. On Mr. Takak's client, Louis Talia, I made him an offer, Judge, and he's gonna review it with his client and get back with us hopefully by the end of the day, if not tomorrow. And if the client accepts it, he'll send a letter so we can draw up the paperwork.
Okay, so in the meantime, are you asking for a reset, Mr. Isasi?
Yes, sir. Let's do it the same way, 30 days, and if we don't need it, then of course we don't have to put it back on.
Okay. Mr. Tkach, we're gonna reset this matter, but Mr. Isasi explained that he's relayed an offer to you that you're gonna relay to your client. If y'all are in agreement, then you'll get the paperwork in. If not, we'll send you a reset.
Very good. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. You are excused.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too. Okay, Mr. Isasi. Next we have Mr. Nelson Andrade. Okay, for everyone else, one thing that I did not state earlier, and it's very important, what if you come to an agreement with the prosecutor, it's important that you follow up with the municipal court. If you live in the area, that you come by the municipal court to sign off on the proper documentation. If you don't live in the area, if you'll call the clerks, they will make arrangements to email you the documents, and you sign them and you email them back. But that's very important, because if you don't do that, if you don't do that step, it's going to be as if you didn't even show up today, and a warrant for your arrest could go out. Okay, so just make sure you follow up. All right. As we wait for the prosecutor to come back, I will have my device on mute and my screen off, but I'm still sitting at my desk. So if you need to get my attention, just say judge, and I'll come back on and I'll answer whatever question you have. Okay. All right.
Judge.
Yes, sir.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
I was wondering if I can get like an excuse for my first two classes. I don't
Yes.
like. There's no way I can prove I was here. If you could email the school or email one of the administrators there.
When we get off, when you get off the Zoom, you call the clerks and you talk to them, and they will make arrangements to get you an excuse.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you. Mr. Isasi?
Yes, sir. On
Let
Mr.
me get Mr. Andrade in here. I believe he's still in the breakout room. Okay, Mr. Isasi.
Okay, this is the end. All right, on Mr. Andrade's case, Your Honor, what we've agreed to is that in return for his plea of no contest, it'll be a 30-day deferred, $100 fine and court costs in the amount of 134, and he can pay that off by the end of today. The end
The
of this,
fine is $100?
yeah, $100 fine, court costs of 134,
Okay.
30-day deferred.
All right, Mr. Andrade, you heard Mr. Isasi recite the proposed plea bargain agreement. Is that your understanding of the plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor. Confirmed.
The court will approve that agreement in order that you be placed on 30 days deferred disposition with a fine of $100 and court cost of $134.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. You have any question, Mr. Andrade?
No, Your Honor.
Just make sure you contact the municipal court before 5 o'clock today to make arrangements to have those documents sent to you, okay?
Sure will do, Your Honor.
Thank you. You are excused.
All right. Have a good one.
You too. All right, Mr. Isasi, next we have Juan Carpinterio. Mr. Isasi?
Yes, sir. On Mr. Carpintero's case, in the first cause number, the running a red light, that'll be a 30-day deferred, in return for his plea of no contest, $100 fine and court cost of $134. And then the fact that he's under 25, he'll be doing a driver safety course. The remaining case of no driver's license, that's to be dismissed upon him obtaining his driver's license. I'm understanding that he's got his driving test this Friday. So I told him once he gets that, let us know that he obtained his license so we can process that dismissal.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do, Mr. Carpintero, is that your understanding of the plea bargain agreement? Where's he at?
I told him to meet me back in the courtroom. There he is.
Mr. Carpintero, Mr. Isasi announced that he's offering a 30 days deferred disposition with a fine of $100 and cost of $134 on the red light violation. On the no driver's license, he's offering to dismiss that case once you satisfy the payment of cost and fine on the other case. Is that your understanding of the agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna approve the agreement on the 30 days deferred disposition fine of $100, cost of $134. You also have to do a driving safety course on that one because you're under 25.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'll approve that. On the no driver's license, what we'll do, Mr. Isasi, we'll reset that one because I don't want it just to get lost on the docket. We'll reset that, but if you come up with proof of getting a driver's license, we'll submit the paperwork to Mr. Isasi.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Make sure you call the clerks once you get off of this, and that's at that time you can also request your excuse. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Next, we have Margarita Garza, Mr. Isasi.
Right. Son,
Mr. Isasi?
Yes, sir. In Ms. Garza's case, what we're doing in return for a plea of no contest.
Hold on, let me get her in here. I'm not sure whether or not. Okay, Mr. Isasi, go ahead.
In Ms. Garza's case, in return for her plea of no contest, it'll be a 30-day deferred, a $200 fine, and court costs of $81.
All right, Ms. Garza, you heard Mr. Isasi announce the proposed plea bargain agreement. Is that your understanding of the agreement? Yeah, if you can please unmute your device.
Sorry. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, are you asking the court to approve that agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, the court will approve and order that 30 days deferred disposition, a fine of $200, a cost of $81 for a total of $281. Ms. Garza, if you pay that within the 30 days, don't get any other violations, the case will get dismissed.
Thank you so much.
Okay, make sure that you call the Robson Municipal Court or come by the court no later than 5 o'clock today.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Have a good one.
You too. All right, Mr. Isasi, next, you have Jubilate Rodriguez.
Judge, on her, I'm looking at a note on the site there, and that's the only case before the court. If that's been verified, then I've prepared the dismissal on her case, Judge, because it looks like she did have insurance on the day she got stopped.
Okay, Crystal?
Yes, that was on there, Judge.
Okay. All right, Mr. Rodriguez, the prosecutor will be issuing a dismissal on your case. Okay, all right, thank you. You are excused, okay?
Okay. Okay. And that's
Thank
it
you.
from here?
That's it.
Okay. And I have nothing like I just have to go in court or have to go to City Hall and sign that paper you said about if I wanted a prosecutor.
No, you don't have to sign anything. What you can do is just call the court. When the dismissal is ready, you can come get a copy of it if you want.
Okay, do I need to though? Like is it mandatory?
No,
Like the
no, you don't have to, but if you want a copy for your own records, you can come get one.
Okay, alrighty, thank you.
Thank you.
Mhm.
You are excused. All right, Mr. Sassi, next we have Audrey Salinas. Mr. Isasi?
Yes, sir. On Miss Alina's case, in return for a plea of no contest, oh, where is she at? She's not on there yet.
Okay, go ahead, Mr. Isasi.
Okay. On Miss Alina's case, Your Honor, in return for a plea of no contest, it will be a 90-day deferred, a $200 fine, and court costs in the amount of $81.
Ms. Salinas?
I'm so sorry. I'm having difficulties
That's
with the
okay.
connection.
Mr. Isasi announced that it's going to be 90 days deferred disposition
Okay.
with a fine of $200 and cost of $81. Is that your understanding?
Yes, sir.
And
Yes, sir.
are you asking the court to approve that?
Yes, please.
The court will approve the agreement. Ms. Salinas, you got to make sure you get with the Roxanne Municipal Court no later than 5 o'clock today.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Isasi, next we have Mr. Velasquez. Sassi,
Yes, sir.
let's get the, let me, I don't know why today, like nobody comes in on their own. We gotta,
Drag him back in.
okay, Mr. Sassi.
Yes, sir. On Mr. Velasquez, Your Honor, in return for his plea of no contest, it'll be $100 fine and court cost of $134. And this is a CDL driver's license, so I couldn't offer any deferred on the case.
All right, Mr. Velasquez, you heard Mr. Isasi recite the agreement. Is that your understanding of the agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you asking the court to approve it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, the court will order a fine of $100, court cost of $134. Make sure you get with the clerks before the end of the day today.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Miss
Okay,
Diana
Epi.
Garza is outside.
I was about to say, Epi, you have one person outside. I'll have them go ahead and bring them to
Okay,
your office.
sounds good. Thanks.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and, the time is 10:11 and we are off the record.